begins with a celebration. Indebted for years to Marquis de la Montauban, a family's prosperity was soon to be restored. Their fleet was due to run on the morrow, carrying their hopes in their salvation. But celebration was befounded by an unwelcome guest. Marcus himself arrived being air tidings. The fleet has been lost, and debt has come due. The family's property is seized, and they're pressed into bondage. But one would not be a slave. And so that brave young set his family's fate. Starting to save them one day and avenge the Manchester Dallas freed Belby. 10 years later, once he learned how to actually read text, as he has now grown to his full measure. The young adventurer began his quest to find his family and restore their fortune. So you passages in the new world, you require the public house. You'd be looking for passages to the Americas. You can sign up here. My name's not Fail. My name's Kirk. Alright. Seems like we're starting booking heroes. Experience, it's been a while since I played this game. I won't go for the Princess, but I'll go with Journeyman. Skill. What am I good at? Alright. Where's the animation? I'll go with fencing. Now I gotta choose my start dates. Profits. Heroes. I wish that was a default start date. I was thinking about doing Pirate Sunset, but let's just do the normal Beckoning Heroes. You need to start a part of a crew, and the captains on the air tables are glad to take you aboard. You'll be French, Spanish, and Dutch ships looking for able lads as yourself. Take your pick. I'll take whatever the English. It works, Dick. We sailed with the tide. Crossing was fraught with terror and cruelty. The captain drove his ship and her crew to breaking. First, we don't obviously the crew mutinies. Under full sail, the ship and its crew is at your command. You make your way into the Caribbean. A fortune to be had. A family to rescue. Vengeance to be served. Destiny awaits you. Welcome to... Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Welcome to Sim Masters Pirates. I actually fired off the cannibal. Did not mean to do that. They'll get over it. Talk to the governor. Get more in depth than here. First off, going here speaking to the governor of town. Don't you speak to the governor, visit the merchant, the shipwreck, the tavern, the Vipunder. I'll get more things. First up, we talk to the governor here. My dear, please come in. My dear Mr. Kirk, please come in. You'd be interested to know where they were with the evil Spanish. I'm pleased to offer a letter of Musgrave as authority to plunder and sink the ships of our enemies. As an actual show, the nearest enemy city is the Spanish city of St. John, which lies a long distance to the west. I see. In fact, a juicy Spanish castle bouquet have been seen this morning and north in that direction. Good day, Mr. Kirk. The governor would give you tidbits and knowledge about stuff. Things going on about what the current major factions are doing. It says the English is at the war with the Spanish, and it's anything else, and we're authorized to sink Spanish ships until they make peace with them. Kind of how this works. Let's visit the tavern. Yes, you can get methods of information, the crew, more lads. A mysterious traveler here always sells some type of interesting thing. Mysterious traveler sells you a ruby ring. Characters help you win the heart of the governor's daughter. It can be yours for only 1,200 gold pieces. Unfortunately, you only have 100.
That's over.
I am poor. Cut to the barmaid. She gives you some rumors. This rumor is the Alice been known as bound St. June's carrying over 1,000 gold. I believe she's a French swoop. The barmaid whispers. Ooh, it's not too far from here, actually. Fantastic. I mean, actually, Bavaria is a French city. That's fine. They'll get over it. So the bartender says, the shipwright in Maastricht can upgrade your ship with iron skeletons flag. Your ship will resist damage.
Slow down.
It's always good. The bartender also, barmaid gives you information about what's going on. Maybe some tips and tricks about what certain cities and stuff that upgrade your stuff. Yeah, we have the market. It's a market. You expect to. You buy stuff. You can buy cannons, you can buy goods like sugar and spice. Goods. They don't really do nothing for you, they're just mostly selling more things, selling with less trees, no point really buying. The most important thing you're probably looking at buying this time is food. I'll try to buy a couple of food. And you might be worthwhile buying some cannons. Not always, but sometimes. Yeah, you can take a look at the shipwreck. Shipwreck will offer repair ships. This is very good. Our ship's not really damaged. They can upgrade your ship with different upgrades. For instance, you can have cotton cells, which can allow me to sell faster, but we're poor. But we do have chain shot and grape shot, which is great combat abilities. Chains absolutely destroy, I believe, sails of ships, where the grape shot is a short-range shot that does a lot of damage to the ship's hull. We'll get more into combat later. We can divide the plunder. That really doesn't do much right now. We can only really divide plunder if we have multiple ships in our fleet. What this does is essentially, at some point, your crew, over the course of time, will get tired of sailing with you. They keep them happy, and sometimes it can be hard to keep them happy. At some point, they will. So, eventually, sometimes, mention they may run out of food, talk about things. If you don't feed them, they will get very angry fast because they're starving. Not only that, well. After a while, they still get slightly angry and busy at you. You don't do anything really exciting as far as ratings and all that jazz is concerned. Eventually, they may decide to go back, advise you to go back to a city and divide the plunder. So, by dividing the plunder, you lose money, unfortunately. As the plunder's divided among the crew, and you lose your fleets, only keeping your flagship as your current ship. From there, you have the option to upgrade to a higher difficulty if you so chose. You also can choose to retire from your life of pirating, giving you one of the ranks sort of endings, depending on what you have done in the game. Here's our status screen. I'm the illustrious Captain Kirk. Started my career in the 1660s. Back in here as English captain. You're currently a German captain with a skill at fishing. You're now 18 years old and in excellent health. Your crew of 54 is happy. So let's tell you how old you are. As you imagine, the older you get, your reflexes may not be as good as your respective age. May not be exactly as attractive either. This is what you see, what you have in your stores. So we have 20 food, that lasts us about 7 months. We have 58 gold, 8 cannons. We have no special items to help us out or anything like that. Here's our fleet status. Here you can see what your fleets of your ships are. You can rename your ships if you so chose. I like the name Revenge, so we're gonna keep the name Revenge. You can also choose the ships you can abandon or mark as your flagships. Flagship is the flagship. Flagship is what you are currently using. Reship. And what you should be using for most combat and such. Over here is specialists. These are special crew members that will help give you special bonuses and help you out as far as your fleet and stuff is concerned. We have none. I thought we get started. Obvious pro status. This is pretty much your achievements of the game. So we got wealth points. As we talk to governors, get our appraisals. We go up in rank. As we go up in rank, the governor will honor us with land and maybe a bit of wealth and stuff. I can see right now we have no rank other than with the English, where we have the ability to select their enemies as they so chose. There are 8 ranks that you can level up with each of the factions. Of course, mess with a faction a bit too much, there's bound to be a bounty on your head. And yeah, they won't let you rank up or do anything really in town unless you pay off the bounty. Mess with those too much, you don't even get the option to pay off the bounty. You have to sneak your way through the city and town. Down, or just and such. There are not kind of pirates out in the world. Other than us. These are pirates that we need to defeat, along with the treasures to be found by them, which we have to find maps for. Likewise, over here. Over here is other things. There are less level lids. As you can imagine, we gotta figure out what happened to our family that was enslaved by the evil Marcus. There are less cities to be found. Who knows what kind of goodies they may hold. And naturally, we can romance governor's daughters and such. But the daughters don't care about any of what we have to say until we actually get some ranks in our into the factions. And of course, our vengeance gets the Marcus. So we got a lot to do. A lot to do. Captain Log basically tells you a monthly thing of what gives you a bit of a monthly recap of stuff that has been happening. Gives you the month and year. So we visit Argentina, Artua, and the governor encouraged us plundering Spanish ships. Look over here. This will tell us who everybody is currently at war with. All the factions hate the Spanish, and the French and Dutch are at war. All that, everyone else is relatively at peace with each other. There's another thing then that might be around here that Mage Gales, which is a treaty or alliance, I do believe. Which means singing one of either ships, mess with both of them. Here's where we look at our pirate map. If we had pirate map, sibling map, or our sibling might be, or a lost city map, if we had any. We don't. Here we can see the world map, including what major cities are around, how well fortified they may be. There's a lot of stuff going around here. After the Spanish ship that around, and a Spanish ship, there wasn't a French ship down here that was worth of interest. That we should probably maybe investigate. And yes, we do have a big map. You have quite a big map to explore. Oh yeah, the top 10 pirates. The pirates of the land that may, What their interests are rivaled. Definitely something we should look into, as it were. The rings of the parts are based on many things. How much gold they have plundered? We only start with 100 gold. But compared to the rest of the pirates, we're just baby. We're not that very feared of a pirate. How many ships they have captured? Actually, as you fight ships, you board them, beat the captain, you get the option to capture the ship, or you can leave it to sink. I recommend catching ships, that you a lot more storage to hold stuff. Plus, if your own ship, if some of your flagships get destroyed or captured, you have options your way. Instead of being abandoned on the island or like prison or something. Helms have ransacked, which is a bit of a complicated maneuver. We dive more into that as we get to doing that sort of thing. Promotions that they have earned across the factions. Treasures that they have found. Unique items that they own. Right now, number 10. We got Jack Graham, Bob Roberts, Rockaby Osto, Elonias, C. Bonnet, Jen Lafine, Captain Kidd, Blackbeard, and Henry Morgan. These are all the parts you can encounter, and they do sail around on the maps and stuff. You can actually encounter them. In fact, I think all of them are governed a pirate haven. You can defeat them in combat, which definitely ruins their reputation, as they're no longer around. The Piratepedia is your one-stop shop kind of wiki-based type of thing that can go over many of the game's mechanics and all that sort of stuff, along with lingo. What are your pirate needs if you really want to get into pirate lingo? Options. Any mind ship sails, what flags we fly, what sort of emblem we have on our ship. Just gotta go with default one for now. You can man the game, quit, or return. It's saying to save load, but we can't save in town. So let's sail away. And activate the map by accident. Oops. So. A spare ship. I'm going to get into a little bit of fate. Of course, I'll attack the French ship first. So out here on the main sea. Over here we have fame. How famous we are. Infamous we are. How much money we have, how much food we have, how much crew we have, along with their status. Well, the face there shows us their status, and that means they're happy. Over here with the compass, tells us how many knots we're going. Over here with the notepad, you can change your view from like a third-person camera sort of view up close, or the current view that we have. Probably must be like it is in this view. We take a look at our speed status, the map. We can reel the sails in and make it go faster if we're going against the wind, or just go slower. Easier to not run into stuff and crash our ship into land. And turn left and right, easy to choose. You can also use the arrow keys. And then you got attack. This allows you to use combat with another ship if you so chose. So let's see, where's this? I believe you're... ship I'm looking for. So, combat! You up your guns. You fire somewhere. Hopefully, you do that. Certain guns you have loaded. And you just fire. And your ship at theirs. There's enemy with normal things. I'm busting their tails, so hopefully we can move faster than them. Our ship is not quite reaching theirs. Now the sails a bit more, and I think now we can board them. Now, our ship's collided by there. As a cube rushes attack, game characters versus the sword drawn. I guess my weapon, if I so swords. Each sword has different advantages. The cutlass has a solid defense. When you block, you have more opening to attack, I believe. Longsword is versatile, and rapier is for a quick offensive attack. I like to use rapier. So you gotta watch your movements of the enemy captain. When he aim well, you want to jump. If he's about to thrust you, you want to parry. And if he's doing an overhead swing, you want to duck. He wants to talk, so want to. Then knock him through the edge of the ship, and you win. If you get knocked to the end of the ship on your side, you lose. Alternative win such lose conditions. Crew. If your opponent loses all their crew and they're the only person that's staying, next time you hit them, they will automatically surrender. If you lose all your crew and you get hit, you are forced to surrender. But here we are. We got plunder. This wasn't the rich ship that we were promised. But we might as well keep the ship. I do believe as well. I'm gonna attack these guys. They have no upgrade, but they do have a win advantage. Just fire no more shot until we're able to get slightly closer. I noticed barrels and sometimes crew will fall off the ship. You can circle around and pick them up for extra additional loot if you so chose. Or sometimes regain them. Alright, sometimes as you approach them, they'll get surrendered. As your position, the enemy strikes the colors. Pretty pile of gold and plunder is yours for the taking. Encourage you to impress the enemy. You get a group of 6 sailors volunteer to join your crew. Welcome aboard, lad. Damage loot there is aboard. What your crews throw onto the ship. Down here can change. Right now there gets crates. Nothing much. But they can be as fancy as full-blown treasure chests full of gold. That's where there was this Spanish ship around here. Can't remember what the barmaid said about what the name of the ship was. But let's get one more last attack in. Let's attack this ship. I want that big loot ship. They started firing one cannon at me? At 12. Good, careful. nice shot. Nice shot, getting lead. Fine people on the board. Hey, you. No. Just smoking, which means, I'm doing as best as good. But let's see what we're doing here.
Whoa!
Oh, oops. Oops. Alright. Enough dawning. Bye. I'm not really sure what Totem did. I think Totem gives you a quick boost a quick morale boost to your crew. But I'm not entirely sure. It's all better just to watch your opponent. Get too caught up talking like I did. You make some mistakes, not reading them right. Good boy, lads. Not many ships are in here. Got a little bit extra on this starting episode. Let's start to the governor. Oh my dear, Mr. Cook, please come in. It's no real war with the evil Spanish. Honestly, you can experience course product. Excellent. The king will be pleased, and soon you will be promoted to captain. Board, guys. The ring's still out of my league. Aspen and Or is having received 2,000 gold. I believe she's a French sloop. Ah, she's north of here. I really want to get her. So we get a upgrade ship with a couple planning, make my ship more resilient. So my spare cargo.
Okay.
Get fun green sun powder. Let's prepare everything. Let's sail away. Let's look for that French ship. Make sure you ding ding. That means you're. Is that it? Yes, it is. Come over here. I wish to have the gold. You're really not much of a threat. Come here. Come here. No, I attacked you soon. He's dealing with buckets, chase him downstairs. What you gonna do, sir? Dealing in the bucket again. Boop. gotta do? What you gotta do? Jump in the water. No, I guess I'll take your ship then. While the fisherman is skilled navigator who screws up speed. He screws up his engine to grow through. Skilled navigator. Nice, nice. Ah, yes, nice. Good. Screw sinking. Let's go visit the Dutch. Back to the Dutch. And probably take another look at sink kits and stuff. Wait for me! I'm sorry, Mr. Sloop. I know you're probably damaged and all that, especially your shells. So let's come in here, as I say, to Martin. Now both the Dutch trading posts. They're fortified. You're hard to take that over. That's fine. We don't really have the crew to really do that. Let's talk to the governor. Oh dear, Mr. Kirk, please come in. Many years now, we're at the war with the evil Spanish and the slimy French. How easy catch a French sloop? You can't capture a French blockade. Excellent. The king would be pleased. In recognition to your service to the Dutch crown, I am pleased to promote you to the new rank of captain. Congratulations. As a result, the crew will be quite easier in Dutch ports. The governor's brought plain daughters into the room, but she seems quite taken to you inviting this king's grand ball. Sure, dance. Yeah, watch her hands for a signal of where you want to, for signals. Or sometimes the thing here will glow. There goes measurements. Occasionally, you might be able to get a spin off.